Looks like I'm able to get out. We're gonna use our 3. We use our Sanctuary and our beads right there. Probably needed to use 1. We're gonna use our 2. Throw off our ultimate. We get the pick onto the Erlang Shen. We're gonna peel back just a little bit. Our team was able to clean up the Zong Goat. So it looks like they just overstepped a little bit and we were able to punish them for it. Taking a lot of damage for standing into that Anubis 3, and we're gonna have to fall back because of it. What a do, Skibbity Boo, it's your boy Shawnee Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play Discordia mid. If you are new to the channel, I upload 6 to 7 times a week. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right and what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If you are a returning viewer, I feel like Discordia is definitely in the top 5 for current mages in middle lane. She just has very good lane clear, very solid poke, and she can easily apply item procs like Soul Reaver or Divine Ruin from her 1. So if you are new to Discordia, let's go ahead and review her kit. Discordia's 1 is going to be a line attack that's going to deal damage. The ball is going to bounce up and then bounce down, dealing damage again, and then scattering into 6 little balls that deal damage. So we're going to help this Thor with our speed, and we're going to go ahead and rotate mid. Discordia's 2, if it is going against a single target, is going to root that target and deal some damage. If you manage to hit the 2 onto 2 enemies or a group of minions, it's going to cause madness to apply to those enemies or to the minions, and they're going to begin attacking each other. So Discordia's 3, she's going to dash into a little cloud that she sets up, and she's going to be invisible while standing in here. And while she's standing in there, she's going to be reducing the cooldowns on her 1 and 2 by 0.5 seconds every second, or 0.5 seconds that she stands in there. And then as you put points into this ability, you're going to decrease the cooldown in a larger amount, so you'll be able to use your 1 and 2 more frequently the longer you stay in your 3 late game. So let's go ahead and review her ultimate. Discordia's ultimate recently received a Reaver to where now it shoots a little bit faster, it can go a little bit longer. You get a little bit of poke off on that Freya. We managed to get the first blood. We're going to use our 3 to dash away, and now we're standing in it to reduce our cooldowns. Let's see if Thor can get us any setup. We're going to use our 2, we use our 1, and he's just barely able to escape. So real quick, let's make a play for their red. Oh, we're pretty weak and Thor's pretty weak, so we're actually just going to go for our red. So Discordia's ultimate, she's going to fire an apple forward. If it hits an enemy, they're going to become crippled, meaning that they cannot dash. And then the apple is going to explode and apply to any enemies that are near that first enemy when it explodes. And then they're going to take bonus damage. And her ultimate, when it hits an enemy, is going to force them to say, "I'm the greatest." And if it explodes and hits on anybody else, then those people are going to say, "No, I'm the greatest." And that's just a little nice effect that ties into Discordia's lore of confusion. So Discordia's passive, whoever deals the most player damage is going to get increased power from Discordia. At level 20, this is 70 power if you are magical, or 45 power if you are physical. We're going to go ahead and use our 2, get our 1. So Freya has really short windows where she can deal a lot of damage and then she's on cooldown. We're looking to engage the Freya while she's on cooldown. We miss our 2, but we hit the wave and her with our 1. Now we're just going to use our basics. We have Erlang on us. We're going to have to use our 3 to escape. We're going to stay in our 3, buy ourselves some time and get our cooldowns online. We're going to use our 2 and we're going to fall back to tower. Now that we are in a safe position, we're going to use our 1 on the wave. Looks like there's a small fight for these side harpies. They're going to fall back. So we're just going to go lane. We might be able to get a 2 on somebody. We're going to get our 1 onto that Freya. Take her below half health. And then turn our attention onto the wave.
So Freya is pretty weak. We might be able to kill her with our ultimate. Thor gets his hammer. We ult her. We hit her with the 2, but it is not enough. We take some tower shots, so we're going to go ahead and have to fall back. Thor dives in.
Not even breaking a sweat.
And unfortunately goes down. So we're going to go ahead and back. Our health is pretty low. And then we're going to be picking up the lifesteal boots. Because Discordia can use her 3 to reduce the cooldown on her 1 and 2, I don't feel it is as necessary to go cooldown boots on Discordia. I feel like you might get a little bit more value out of the lifesteal boots. However, I think this is completely up to you and your build. Other than that, we're going to be starting with the Mage's Blessing. We're going to stack that up, and that's going to provide us 10% cooldown, a little bit of power, and a little bit of MP5. And we're going to be going into the Spear of the Magus. Spear of the Magus just received a rework, and it has some pretty good stats on it now. 110 power plus 10 flat 10. But its new passive, whenever you damage an enemy with an ability, you're going to take 7.5% more damage from all damage sources. So right here we're still hiding in our 2. For our 3, it's going to reduce our cooldowns. We use our Aegis just to make sure we get out of there. We probably need to use our Aegis right there. So Spear of the Magus on Discordia just sounded like a great idea, so we're going to try it out, and I feel like the game went pretty well. So right here in this position, we don't want to use our 3 to reduce our cooldowns because we might need it to escape. The Freya hears the Thor ultimate. He lands, I land my 2, I use my ultimate, it gets caught on the Thor wall, but Freya ulted anyway, so I wasn't going to be able to hit her. We're going to rotate with our Thor into our jungle and hit some of these camps for some XP. Thor's making a rotation right. Anubis and the Zonqui are pretty far pushed up. If we rotate, we should be able to clean them up. It's about to be a 4v2.
Come on, you gotta do better than that.
Oh, we miss all of our abilities, so we're going to use our 3, fall back a little bit. Staying in here to reduce our cooldowns. Anubis turned around. If he didn't turn around, he probably could have gotten out. We're going to use our line attack. We're able to get the pick. We're going to use some basics onto this Zonqui. Miss a lot of basics. Almost all the basics. But with the setup from Kumba, we use our 1 and we secure the pick. That makes us 3-0-0. We did lose a wave in middle because of that, but I feel like rotating and picking up 2 kills is definitely worth losing a wave. So now we have the tier 2 version of the Spear of the Magus. It's going to give us a little bit more power than the tier 1 version, but we're not going to get the large power spike that we would be getting from the full item Spear of the Magus. So we are looking to poke out right now. We're not necessarily looking to fight.
Your left tower is under attack. For jungle. Your left
Belongs in our jungle. We're going to use our 3, use our 2, use our 1, and then fall back to tower. We're able to pretty safely get our damage off. Here comes a Neath ult, so we're just going to fall back. Go ahead and eat that. We miss our 2, we miss our ultimate, we miss our 1, but we're going to use our 3 safely and fall back under tower, and our team is able to clean him up. Or I am able to clean him up. Zonqui's rotating over, we're kind of weak. Kumba can get the setup. We use our 3, we hover in it, we have our cooldowns. Still chasing this Zonqui, but it looks like he's going to be able to get out. Now we're just being a little too over aggressive. We miss our 2, and now it's time to fall back. We're going to help with the oracles and then rotate back middle lane. I see Thor's going for the small harpy, so I'm going to throw an ability on it, help him clear it. We have a 3 stack in mid. So now we're going to go for the neutral harpies. We're going to throw an ability over the wall, get some of the XP, and help the Thor out. Kumba gets a stun, but I am on cooldown, so I'm going to get a basic off. Freya uses her ultimate, somebody just rotates in from jungle. We receive a shell, and we are barely able to get out. Thank you to that Kumba. We're gonna go ahead and ult. 3 people here. We get a pick onto 1, and then unfortunately the Zonkui ult is going to get us. But I feel like we played that relatively well. We did miss a few things here and there, but all in all, we ended up trading out with somebody as we went down. So now that we have our Spear of the Magus online, we are going to be hitting very, very hard. Baka ult a little bit too late, so Neith was able to backflip away. Baka's ultimate has a cripple on it. Also, if you were unaware, Bakasor is extremely strong right now. He's definitely in the top 5 junglers, in my opinion. But I think I'm going to make a list, kind of the top 5 characters in each role. Let's see how that goes. We'll see, that might be an upcoming video. But let's focus back on this game. We get the pick onto Freya, or this root. 3 people in mid. We're going to want to back it up and hide under tower. Other than the 10% cooldown we are getting from the Mage's Blessing, we really do not have any cooldown. We probably will not be building any for a while. So we're going to want to play it pretty safe. We want to use our 3 whenever we can. We're going to use our 1 after using the ultimate. We get a lot of damage off, but none of it was finishing damage. Freya comes in and ults. Our team's in a bit of trouble. We're going to use our 3 and then hide in it so we can get our 1 and 2 back up. With 3 people in mid, I'm really just holding and trying to defend the tower. It looks like they are rotating left, so I might want to let Bakasor know. They pop a frenzy. Thor is in a bit of a bad spot. We get the 2. We were not expecting the 2 to hit both of them. Whenever it hits both of them, they're going to walk toward each other in the center. I was only expecting it to hit Freya, and I was not expecting her to relocate after I hit her, so I missed the 1. We're going to use the 2. We get the 1 off. We're doing great damage to that Erlong. Neith backflips out. We're still on cooldown, so we're just hanging out. We got to watch out for this Neith bomb. We use our 3 after our 1, so now we're waiting for our 1 to get off of cooldown. We use our 2. Kumba, give me some stuns. We use our ultimate, and we get her off the ricochet.
Wow, you're pretty good at this.
Fancy, fancy kill. We're gonna clear the wave a little bit, and then we're gonna go ahead and back. We don't really have the health or mana to keep fighting. Finish clearing the wave at least, get the full wave XP and gold, and now we're going to go ahead and back. So with Discordia, there's a couple of combos you can do. You can throw your 2, then your 1. You could throw your 1, your 2, then your ultimate. Or you could throw your 1 and then 2. I like to land my 2 before my 1, makes landing the 1 a little bit easier. But the way Discordia's 1 works is you throw it out, the ball bounces up and bounces back down and does damage on that drop. So if you can space it perfectly to where the 1 lands on them and then root them, you will force the ball to bounce back on them. Whereas if you use the 2 before the 1, they actually have a little bit of wiggle room after the initial hit and before the ball bounces back down. We're going to use our 2, provide ourselves a little bit of heal. We're going to use our 3 to go under tower.
Your right tower has been destroyed.
We're going to go ahead and clear this lane. There is a fight going on around our red buff. I don't know how much we're going to be able to contest it really. They have a ward. Erlong's doing good damage to me from his abilities. I'm kind of getting bullied in lane. Can't really rotate out right now. We're just going to hold the tower. 3 away. Reduce the cooldown on our 1. We just put a point into our ultimate. We're going to use our 2. We're going to hit Freya with the 1. Doing great damage. She's going to go ahead and ult. It's going to cause us to take a decent amount of damage. We are pretty weak. We're going to go ahead and ult. We get the pick or the hit onto Freya, but she pops her meditation right as it goes off. Neith's still hanging about. We're playing a very dangerous game with this Neith, so we're going to go ahead and back. We do have our Aegis if she has her ultimate, but she might have gotten us with an ability, so we're going to play it safe. So Bancroft's Talon is probably the best lifesteal item in terms of the power and lifesteal that you get from it. However, I like going Soul Gem on Discordia. If you can get the Soul Gem proc to apply on her ultimate, it can do some pretty nutty damage. So Soul Gem is going to give you 10% cooldown, it's going to give you some lifesteal, and it's going to make it to where every time you land an ability on an enemy, you're going to get a stack of Soul Gem. At 4 stacks, your next ability is going to deal 30% damage, 30% of your magical power as additional damage, and it's also going to heal your teammates around you. So it increases your damage, gives you a little bit more sustain, and it's going to heal your allies that are near you. I've really grown to like this item over the last few months. I think it's a very strong item on a bunch of gods. Neith is rotated really far up, so we're going to go over and see if we can cut her off. We are going to ult. I don't know if she heard it and was able to backflip, but we forced her jump out, so now we can just use our abilities to clean her up. We're going to clear the wave with Hachiman, and then we're going to rotate back. Gold Fury is open. We probably could go for it right now. There's 2 people there, so maybe not, but there will be a fight. We're going to hide in our 3. We're going to use our 2 to get the stun, get our 1 off, and then fall back.
Ally down. Wow, you're really good at this.
Zonkui gets a stun on us. We're going to keep falling back. Hide in our 3. Freya's over and left. We're going to have to rotate over and see if we can prevent her from getting this tower. So why go into Soul Gem instead of a Divine Ruin? Well, Soul Gem is going to help our sustain a lot. Discordia is a pretty squishy character, so unless you are playing her perfectly and not taking any damage, I think she does need a little bit of extra sustain to keep her throughout the mid game, or keep her going strong throughout the mid game. We do have our ultimate here, 3 people, but it looks like they're going to retreat. Thor ult, let's see if he lands on anyone. They are going for their Gold Fury. I don't think we're going to be able to make it in time. Nope. Neith is here, we might be able to get a pick onto her. We get our ultimate off, she can't backflip out. We use our 1, be able to get the pick onto Neith. Anubis seems to be unaware that I was standing there, so we're going to go ahead and fall back. That's one thing to point out. The beauty of the 3 is that it will confuse some people, especially if they don't play Discordia or know how to play against Discordia. Anubis is probably the best character on the enemy team for damaging me while I am in my 3. He could just throw his 1 or his 3, and it would pretty much cover the entire area, and I would be forced to back out. However, Freya kind of has to hit me with a basic, so she can't necessarily just throw an ability and force me out of my 3. Anubis is one of those characters that can. We're going to help out with this wave. Zonkui is nearby. We're going to get the 2 off, get the 1 off. So that green circle that explodes from me, or my character, that animation is tied to the Soul Gem. So whenever you see that green circle expand out from yourself, that is actually the ability after the 4th stack that is going to heal your teammates and deal bonus damage. So now we're going to go into Divine Ruin because they have so many heals on their tank. Anubis can heal, Freya can heal, Zonkui can heal, Neith can heal, and Erlon can heal with his ultimate. So even if they didn't build any lifesteal, they all have heals built into their kit. So Divine Ruin is going to be very helpful. Discordia is also very great at applying Divine Ruin. She can throw her 1, and then that 1 is going to turn into 6 small balls. The small balls don't do a whole lot of damage, but they can apply Divine Ruin. So we miss our 1 and our 2. We're going to fall back. That is a Freya ultimate. We use our 2. We missed that, but we were able to get our 1 off. We're going to go ahead and alter. Our team's crashing. Thor gets the pick. So now we are going to go ahead and fall back. We have 2 health potions. We should probably pick up some wards.
Not even breaking a sweat.
Baka is able to get a pick. Looks like we are winning the team fight in mid. Anubis just showed up.
Betray your brothers.
We get the pick. No, we don't. We get the stun onto Neith. Neith hits us with that. We're going to use our beads. Neith ults. We get our 2 off onto the Zonqui. That might just buy us enough time to get back under our Phoenix. We're going to pop a health potion. We're going to throw our 1 out there. We get some Divine Ruin on all 3 of them. Divine Ruin is going to make it to where they have 40% or less heals. Divine Ruin gives us 80 magical power, which is not a lot compared to some of the other items. And it's also going to give us 10 magical flat penetration. So what is flat penetration? If the enemy has 50 protections and you have, like we have right now, 20 flat pen, we're going to be dealing damage to the enemy as if they only had 30 protections. So we're going to be doing more damage to them and ignoring some of their defenses.
Expect the unexpected.
We're going to throw a ward onto Fire Giant and Pyromancer. Their Erlong is nearby. We're able to get some CC onto him. We use our 2, we use our 1, and Thor is able to pick that up. We're going to hang out in our 3. We're in the back line, so we're pretty safe with it. We use our 2, we miss that onto the Anubis, but we get our 1 off and get some good poke. Thor is going to drop in. We get our ultimate off onto the Anubis. Thor is able to get a pick. We're going to keep rotating with our team.
Double kill.
We're going to get the 2 off onto the Zonqui, but his Bees was active. We're going to use the Goomba stun, and our team is going to push this tower. It's just Freya left. She's on our right Phoenix. Hopefully Hachiman can clean that up. Erlong's up in 10. We might be able to get this Phoenix. I think that's the play. We need to push. No! Koompa backed! No! I don't know if we can get it without Koompa here. We get our 2 off onto the Erlong. We're going to 3 out to avoid his damage. We're going to throw our 1, miss that. Our teammate's getting melted. We're going to have to fall back. They are chasing into the right jungle as I fall into the left jungle.
Too much cactus juice.
Since we're not level 20, we're going to go ahead and strip away their camps. We could push this left tower, but it'd be super risky. They could very easily just rotate onto us really far up on the map, and nobody from our team is nearby, so that would just be a bad position to put myself in. We are going to be going into Soul Reaver after Divine Ruin. Soul Reaver is going to give us a lot of power, around 110 power. It's going to give us 10% magical penetration, and it's also going to have an amazing passive, where when we damage an enemy with an ability, it is going to remove at least 3% up to 6% of their maximum health, regardless of their protections or health. We hide in the 3, able to reduce our cooldowns, get the 2 and 1 off onto the Freya. She is missing. It looks like our team lost the fight at Gold Fury. So now it's kind of just us up. We might be able to help this Koomba, but this might also just put me in a terrible position. So we will see how this goes. Looks like I'm able to get out. We use our 3. We use our Sanctuary and our beads right there. Probably needed to use 1. We're going to use our 2. Throw off our ultimate. We get the pick onto the Erlong Shen. We're going to peel back just a little bit.
Enemy down.
Our team was able to clean up the Zong Goat. So it looks like they just overstepped a little bit and we were able to punish them for it. Taking a lot of damage for standing into that Anubis 3, and we're going to have to fall back because of it.
Retreat! But I don't love it either.
We do not have enough for Soul Reaver quite yet, so we're just going to buy some health potions and head back to lane. Bakasaurus heading for that fat wave over in right. Oh no. Oh no.
Underworld is a
Oh no. That was just silly. We saw Anubis walk into the right jungle and we just walked out like he fully backed. One wrap and an ult, and that'll get us. We could have played some Warrant. We could have made the mental note that Anubis probably didn't actually back. It was Baka went right, and we kind of assumed that Anubis matched him and also went right. Was not expecting him to just be hiding around that corner, waiting to hit the wrap. Anyway, I feel like there was probably a little bit we could do in that situation, but once it happened, there was nothing we could do in that situation. Just happens to you sometimes. That was a good play by him. I was not expecting that whatsoever. After Pyromancer, we should have enough gold for the Soul Reaver. But it doesn't look like we are going to compute that far ahead in time during the game. So we're going to go mid, try to get some vision on the enemy team. Our red is down, so we're going to go ahead and pick that bad boy up. Freya is in right, Anubis is mid. Baka is in left.
Kinda makes it too easy, but okay.
We're going to focus on this fire wave. Or no, this is the primal wave. Erlon gets a root, here comes Anubis, in a bit of trouble. We're going to use our 3. Need to hit our 2. We miss our 2 onto the Anubis, we're going to have to fall back. Thor is going into the air to ult, we're going to use our ultimate onto the Anubis, we get the pick there. We get knocked up by Erlon Shang, we're going to fall behind our team. Zong Kui is nearby, he's going to deal a lot of damage. We miss our 1 onto the Zong Kui, we are keeping good spacing. Freya ults in, we're going to fall back, use our 3 to reduce our cooldowns. Our team is still fighting. We're going to use our 2, try to get some damage. We get some good damage onto the Erlong. Now our team is pushing into the Freya. Neith is getting our Phoenix. She's probably going to get it. We need to push mid, and we could probably win the game right here.
Gank left lane. Your left Phoenix has been destroyed. Middle lane.
Yep, 4-man stack. Let's get it. Let's get this Phoenix. Let's get their Titan. So we got their Phoenix. Our right Phoenix is under attack. We're gonna start attacking the Titan. We're gonna use our 3, reduce our cooldown. Anubis does some good damage. We're gonna use our 2-1 combo on him to try to get the pick as soon as he spawns, but they're gonna be able to successfully force us back. Which is super unfortunate. If we had Baka there, we probably could have won the game. But Baka was dealing with Neith. Maybe if we didn't target the Anubis, we could have gotten some more damage off. Very close to being able to close the game out there, but unfortunately we were not able to. So now that we have our Soul Reaver online, we are doing great damage to everyone on the enemy team, including their tanks, Zong Kui. And Anubis? No, Neith is their solo. Yeah. But Neith probably isn't building that tanky. We're gonna go ahead and clear this wave, so that way we can free up the right lane just a little bit. Looks like Neith is making a play for Fire Giant. Our Kumba is there. It'll be interesting to see if the enemy team rotates in on them. It looks like Zong Kui is. Anubis is in mid. We're going to clear this wave.
An enemy has left the game.
Zong Kui gets a stun on us. We're going to use our 2. Zonkui gets some good damage on us.
Expect the unexpected.
So it looks like their Freya left.
Ally down.
I'm pretty sure she returns relatively quickly here. We use our 2 onto Zonkui. We use our 1. We get some good damage, bring him about below half health. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate onto the Zonkui. Neath gets a good root, and I use my beads, and I failed to use my Aegis. I should have used my beads and Aegis there to remove the root, and then prevent the basic attack damage.
An enemy has returned.
So, a little bit of a misplay there. So, now we are in a bit of a bad situation. They have our left Phoenix, and we have 3 people down with just a Kumba and Thor left. I think they're going to be able to close it out here. Even though we are going to lose this game, I feel like it was still a really good game. We had a great supporting game, and we were able to explain how to use her, some of her combos, and how to build her. So if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you feel like you learned anything at all, please check out the channel and subscribe for more content. If you ever want to see a god played or have a Smite question, please reach out in the comments or the Discord section. The stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.